start streaming. Okay, we're gonna stream right about now. Maybe
Robot
if there's an
and the
interest.
bear. Robot and the bear. Robot and the bear. Robot and the bear. Robot and the bear with Yoskay. Robot and the bear and Yamamoto. Robot and the bear with Yoskay. Good evening.
Wow. Good
We're
evening, everybody.
back.
This is Robot and the Bear podcast.
Our plans for bi-weekly podcasts has been flushed down the toilet again.
I think this is number 81, though.
Oh,
I
really?
believe. Yeah.
Is it?
I believe
Oh,
it's
that's
number 81.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good
Wow.
number.
Isn't that
That
the
is a
year
good
you were
number.
born, Yoskay?
Yeah,
Right?
that's my number. Oh yeah, the year that I was born, 81.
Right.
That's
on.
great. Yay. So let's hear it for 81.
Yes.
Well,
81.
anyways, I'm Luke Chu.
Woohoo!
I'm here with Eric Nakamura and our guest and show regular, Yosuke Yamamoto. He's back in town. He's back in the City of Angels. It's been a while. How long were you out there?
I just wave at the 4 years, 4.5 years.
It went by in a
something like
flash
that.
for the
Yeah.
olds.
Yeah. It went by in a
Oh.
flash.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
did.
time is relative, right? And like the longer you've been alive, the shorter time feels. So like years feel like months, and months feel like weeks. And soon you will get to the, you'll get there too. I mean, you're probably close to there. You are close to there, but you're not quite.
Yeah. I'm 42, so time is moving quite fast now.
Yes. And you moved back from, was it Phoenix? Were you in?
Yeah, Phoenix. Yeah, back to LA, and this. Sorry, what?
No, I was just saying that I was asking about where you you were living in Phoenix. How was it? Did you love it?
Yeah. In the end, Phoenix was great. Maybe like a first 6 month was kind of difficult. Missing California a lot, but overall, yeah, Phoenix was great. Arizona is great. There's a lot of nature out there. So yeah, in the end, like I'm really happy I got to spend time in Arizona. Yeah, it's really nice.
So how was the move?
There?
Would you move back there?
Depends on like a circumstances, I guess, and like depending on the opportunity, I guess, of I don't know. But yeah, I can see myself living there again. Yeah. But not sure permanently, maybe good 5-10 years. I don't know.
But 130
with
degrees,
how hot everything is getting,
is
it's kind of
that what
hard
it
to
is?
imagine.
It gets like 120 or 130 or something like that, isn't it?
No,
something like that.
Yeah, I think it's like 120. I think 130 is more like a Death Valley. I think Death Valley is more like 130.
Do you think you can tell the difference between 120 or 130 at that point?
I bet you can, because you can definitely tell the difference between 100 and 110. Yeah.
I'll never know, hopefully. Okay, but
yes.
Okay.
Well, and so how was the move back? How was it? Like, I think you had mentioned during your opening that the move back was kind of a trip. That like you don't really quite realize just how crazy things are in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I think, but I think it's typical thing, like post-pandemic. I think a lot of city turned slightly different than what they used to be. And I feel like city like LA, I feel like everybody's a little bit more on the edge than they used to be. I feel like there's a lot less patient. Like when people are on the road driving, I feel like people get triggered or people pop off easier behind the wheel. So
Did you
stuff
actually
like that,
experience
like
some kind of road
after
rage?
like having yeah, I saw like a couple incidents recently, but like stuff like that, like yeah, in Phoenix, like it was pretty chill to drive. I mean, there are traffic, but it's never as bad as in LA. So
Mhm.
yeah, stuff like that's been kind of crazy getting used to driving, especially Christy and I got into an accident like last month, I think. Well, maybe 2 months ago. It's maybe 2 months ago, or maybe I don't know, 3 months ago. God, I don't know. My timing is a little off, but yeah.
You guys weren't hurt or anything.
So yeah, stuff like oh no, we were okay, but her car got totaled, so the insurance ended up paying her off instead of paying for for like getting it fixed. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, new car. Yay.
Yeah. Yes.
Mhm.
So in the like her plan was to sell the car anyway.
Mm.
So in very strangest of way, like we are both okay. It's just her car got damaged enough that it ended up kind of working out
Wow.
in a
Was it
strange
your
strange
fault?
manner. Yeah,
It wasn't your, I guess it wasn't your
yeah.
fault, the accident.
No, it was this. So it was this. Yeah, it's this guy just ignored red light, just didn't stop, tried to turn from Sawtell on to Santa Monica. He was trying to take the right, and I was on the furthest lane going down Santa Monica towards the freeway. Then he just
Mm.
hit the passenger side of the front wheel, and yeah, and that's how.
Wow.
Oh, funny thing was his name was Christmas, and Christmas came early out of a blind spot, hit us, and gave Christy a new car in the end. So
Wow. Maybe his
Oh.
name should be Santa
yeah,
Claus. Good job.
yeah,
Yep. How's art making in Los
yeah. I
Angeles
know,
compared to
but
Arizona?
situations very different. This time, thanks to you, Charlotte, and your mother, I have such a great space. Your mother's letting me use your dad's old workshop space for my studio for 1 year. So uh, the difference from Phoenix is like for one, my living space and my working space is now completely different. I think that your situation is the same too, right, Luke? You have a separate studio.
Yes.
So now
Yes.
I commute to my studio, which is something I never done. So which is kind of uh, I like it, but sometimes it can be inconvenience because I'm very forgetful. If I don't, if I'm not careful, I forget stuff at home. So there's times I have to come back. Or there's been times I forget to turn off gas and I have to come back, or like Christy will tell me like, "Hey, you forgot to turn off the gas," kind of thing. So stuff like that, it's kind of little inconvenient, but overall, it's great. When Eric's mom was, she's in Japan right now, but when she's at home, like she'll make me lunch most of the days.
Mm.
I gained like 5 pounds, like working, working in LA because I've been eating like a double lunch sometime, and but overall it's been great. Yeah, it's so neat. And another thing I really like is she has a really nice garden. So when I step out of the studio, like I get to see Eric's mom's garden, and I see butterflies, and I see hummingbirds, and squirrels and So yeah, it's really nice. It's very different from like situation when I used to have like a living room for a studio, or like a tiny little garage for a studio. So yeah, yeah, I feel very fortunate and very lucky.
So
But,
do you think that it's important to like have a separate space outside of your living space to do your work?
Um, uh, Good question. Like I used to think it's one way or the other, but I think it's like your situation too. Because right now, I think it'll be more convenient if I lived closer, so the cooking details can be easier for me. Like, because if when I used to work at home and when I used to have a studio inside of my home, I used to be able to prep dinner while I'm working during the day.
Mm.
Then overall, like I'm prep dinner throughout the day. But when I'm like at Eric's mom's studio and it's my week to cook dinner, sometimes I have to rush and come home, or sometimes I have to stop by the grocery, pick up a few things. Then if I forget something to buy, then and then come home start cooking, then I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot this. So stuff like that. I think there's pros and cons, but I don't know. I don't think one or the other is like necessary. I think it's all case by case. Yeah.
Sure.
the oddest thing is you didn't even mention about artwork.
So,
It's like
oh yeah.
everything has got nothing to
Sorry.
do with the art. No, I'm just wondering, does it affect the art
No,
at
because
all?
like,
Any of this?
because like when I'm thinking like, no, because I'm thinking like logistic a little bit too. Like but I think artwork, like I don't know, like I think there's definitely like a good mental switch when I'm commuting to the studio. Like I get to prep. Where if I were to just wake up in my bedroom and go to like a living room, I don't think that mental switch can happen. So for that, it's kind of nice. Like when I'm there, I'm just only there to work. I'm not there to hang out. So I think for that, I think it's really good because when I used to have like home studio, it's very, I don't know, but it is still could be distracting. But I guess like if I'm working at home, there's couch, there's bed, I can sleep, I can take a nap. So I don't know. For that way, I guess separate studio can be more productive. I don't know. I don't know.
Hmm.
Sorry, I feel like I'm rambling a lot.
No, it's
Sorry.
okay. You're the guest.
Yes. Hmm.
But how do you? What do you think, Luke? For you, is it different, like a creative wise, working at home or like having a separate studio, like right now?
I like the delineation between a living space and a workspace. I think that
Okay.
like having um an apartment where I basically use that space to decompress um
Mm.
is helpful for me. And then when I like get to the studio, sometimes it takes me a little while to like warm up the engine, but uh
Mm-hmm,
when
mm-hmm.
I focus, I can I'm the space that I currently have has like a couple of like social like community rooms that all the tenants in my studio share, but I could use that space to like set out
Right.
work, spray and like varnish and let dry or like hang on the wall
Mm.
so I could
Got
see,
you.
and I don't really have that kind of space in
Right.
my apartment. Um,
Mm.
but I think the reason I've been in this studio now for a couple of years, so I have kind of let my own apartment just go as like my man cave of sorts. And the
Mm.
meanwhile I treat the space, my workspace, very differently from my living space. um
Got it. Okay. Do
So
you ever take any work home, or like your home is just to chill and relax?
I never take paintings home, but I
Right.
definitely
Like a
work on
sketches?
I work on
Yeah.
sketches in my studio in
Okay.
my
Okay.
apartment. You know, I
Yeah.
um until recent, so I have a second monitor for my computer now, which was perfect, fortuitous timing for me because the monitor on my laptop started freaking out. So I have to use the second monitor to actually view what I'm doing on the laptop. And now I just leave the laptop here in the studio. And so that kind of like is a pain in the ass because I have to commute like 15 to 20 minutes. Now it takes me about half an hour because of the 10 freeway
Mm.
to
Oh God.
to
Yeah.
get to my studio.
Because of the
But
fire. Yeah.
yeah, that the fire completely fucked everything up.
Oh
It took
wow.
me an hour to get from my apartment to your opening,
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh
because
my God. Thanks, Luke. Thanks for coming through,
Yeah, thanks,
man.
Luke. Thanks, Luke. I wouldn't know
Wow.
what this
I
traffic
Yeah.
is, but oh yeah, good,
yeah, I
good.
No,
would have
I heard
missed
it
it,
on the
Yoskay.
news. It was really bad. Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
it
God.
looks
That
terrible.
sucks.
Yeah.
And actually, the
Yeah.
heat, it actually ate some of the concrete up.
Yeah, that's what.
It looks like the concrete's kind of
Yeah.
chiseled in, type of
Uh,
thing. Yeah, it looks pretty bad.
right. Something similar happened in like Philly or someplace else too, right? Like where
Mhm.
there was like a big fire and like a
Freeway
highway or
collapsed,
freeway.
didn't
Yeah,
it?
it
It
collapsed.
collapsed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
yeah. No, they're gonna fix it. It's gonna take 5 weeks. It's what they said, right? So
Wow.
Yeah, they're
yeah,
Wow.
guesstimating. Yeah,
yeah.
that no, that'll be great. If it only takes a month, I was anticipating 3 months
Wow.
of all of this based on what they were saying.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I remember that evening. I used the Citizen app and I got this notification about a fire. And so I opened it up and I look out on the map, and it wasn't just one fire was happening. There was like 3 or 4 fires happening across Southern California. And I was like, what is going on here? So,
It's maybe an arsonist. I think they think it's an arsonist,
mhm.
and not just like some homeless encampment. But
Oh, I didn't know that.
it's nuts.
Oh,
uh,
okay. Yeah.
I was thinking
Jeez.
about like that. And
So
mhm, go on. Oh,
no, no. I was wondering if they found out like no for a long time, right? Or they
no,
still don't know.
I think they announced it on Sunday that they believe it was an arson.
Oh,
Um,
really? Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't know. Holy
I
shit.
had the thought that like freeway overpass locations are like kind of a premium for the unhoused in Los Angeles, and I don't think it is in any of
Yeah,
their
I
best
see.
interests for it to burn down. So
But it's
it
like there's a lot of fires under freeways though, like encampments going up in flames.
hmm.
So I watched a podcast type of thing in Venice, and a person just kind of was talking to a homeless person, and the homeless person says there's a fire, or there was a fire every day. That basically there are dudes who are burning each other's tents down. So like they get pissed off and they burn each other's tents. So like therefore there's a fire every day because they're just lighting each other up.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. I was like every day.
Is
Yeah,
it
they get
because
pissed off.
they have like,
They're pissed off,
oh,
I guess.
wow, just from aggression and being like,
I guess so.
geez,
Yeah. They're
oh
just
my
like,
God.
oh, Luke's a dick. I'm gonna go burn his tent down. It's no, literally like what they said they have. So therefore, I
Tent.
think I mean, every time I see these kind of encampment fires, I'm assuming that there's just somebody just burning somebody's place down. So I don't know if that's how that
Oh
started,
my
but
God.
yeah, it's a nightmare.
you
Anyway,
I mean, if that's the case, you would think something like that would have happened a long time ago. Like I, drive that stretch of the freeway like every time I go out to Mid
Mm,
City or I go out to the West Side. And like I've seen the pallets, I've seen the cars, I've seen like the weird stuff that, and once in a while I will end up going underneath that bridge to get off the freeway to avoid the traffic. And you'd think that if that was the case, some kind of minor fire would have happened a long time ago, and they would have pushed all of their flammables or combustibles away from the sidewalks on which these people were staying on. So
they don't do that until a fire happens. Okay, now they'll do it.
What I'm saying is, if tents are regularly being set ablaze because of conflicts between unhoused peoples, then like I would think that they would have moved those things, before the kind of incident that we're experiencing now. Also, like that fire wasn't like just took out a huge chunk of the freeway. It was like multiple blocks, it seems like.
Yeah, I don't know. It's big.
Yeah. Anyways, so tell us about your show, Yoskay. I want to hear what the general idea was.
General idea. It's not like idea. I think it's more like a general mood, or like a general kind of sentiment or the feeling I kind of got from like overall work that I created. But I think so. There's few things. Cry Cry Shine Shine was like I liked it, most of it, for like the sound of it, and there was like a lyric that I liked from that song. It went like cry cry, let them cry, shine shine, let them shine. So I just made that into like a short little things to I don't know, to make it sound kind of better for me, I guess. But the idea is like overall act of like, I don't know, like a shedding something negative and focusing on something positive, or just the idea of like, I don't know, shifting towards like a positivity, I guess. And part of it is coming from like me coming a term with my own name little bit too, because my first name Yosuke has a symbol for the sun. And last few years, I started like incorporating like the sun as like a part of my motif or like images. But for the longest time, like I never. It's not like I disliked, but I just never 100% felt comfortable having such a strong symbol for like my name, like the sun. Because like when I was growing up, I was I was short, I was like skinny, I was like a pale. I didn't have any eyebrows. I was wearing glasses. I was like cynical. Like nothing resembled me about this like a bright, like like a bright sun. So for longest time, like yeah, I just didn't care. But it's not I didn't care. I cared a lot, but I just didn't feel comfortable. But I think it's just like part of it. It's like I'm uh, started being okay with the idea of having such a strong symbol as part of my name, and okay, it's it's, and also knowing it's okay even if it's being like the sun could have a shitty day or feel crappy and say fuck the world, or like fuck you, or like fuck off, or like I don't know, feel sad, shed a tear. So I don't know, stuff like that. I just I don't know, felt like not every single images I made, but some of the images I made or the color choices I made felt kind of like uplifting, warm, and kind of I don't know, positive. So I think that's kind of overall I don't know idea about the show. Sorry if I like rambled
No,
at all.
How much of the show was painted in Phoenix, or or was any of it painted in Phoenix, or was it all created in Los Angeles? It's a large body of work. I
So so the show like preparation started pretty much beginning of the year, or like end of last year. So a good chunk of it is definitely painted in my old studio in Phoenix. It's funny because like during the opening, you kept coming up to me and you're like, "Hey, you miss Arizona so much, huh? Because I can see it." Those were actually painted during the time I spent in Phoenix. So I would say maybe like 60-40, maybe like 60% Arizona, 40% LA. I don't know, 55-45. Yeah, but I think slightly larger part of it is Arizona because I did a lot of smaller pieces. Bigger pieces I did all in LA. So
Mhm.
yeah, which was kind of like a nice kind of transition, starting everything in Phoenix and moving on to kind of larger paintings in LA. And so that was kind of fun. Yeah.
Cool. They look really good.
No,
Needless to
thanks, Eric.
say. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was creating space for Eric to
No.
to.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
I didn't want to monopolize
No,
the.
man. You're asking artist to artist questions. I'm just butt myself out of it. Just
What are you talking about, Mr. Curator, gallery owner?
Yeah.
I don't feel
Running
bad.
running this business for 20 years and plus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a lot has happened between shows. You
Yeah.
had your 20th anniversary show.
Okay, so first, I guess it's
Yeah.
it's 20th anniversary, but I kind of forgot. And this was the only show that it was possible to throw the word 20th anniversary on. So it became the 20th anniversary show. It's
Hmm.
true. It is the 20th year, but it might have been a few months ago, but I kind of forgot. So that kind of happens
Hmm.
sometimes. Yeah, I don't really think about these things. They just kind of I was like, "Oh yeah, it's 20." And then yeah, I just have to move on and but it was perfect. I think that felt really good. But at the same time, the 20th anniversary, for example, for Giant Robot Store happened during the pandemic, and there's nothing we can do. So it was like
Mm.
happy we made it 20 years at Giant Robot Store. Didn't really, you know, we're close.
Oh, I
So,
see.
but yeah, then here it is. Now we're open. So I just thought it was got to do it this sometime before the year ends. That was kind of the key, right? But then the thing was, the hard part is, of course, year 20 for Giant Robot 2, but technically, I mean, for Giant Robot, the entity, I guess you would say, or whatever, the zine, it's going to be 30 next year. So I feel like
Oh
I'm like
wow.
I'm
Yeah.
crying wolf, right? I'm like saying, hey, it's year 20, blah blah blah, and everyone thinks, oh, Giant Robot's 20, and I'm like, actually, it's 29, and then next year will be 30. So we'll have a
29.
whammy of
Yeah.
we're going to have the 30 number next year, which is legit. That's real. The
Ah,
zine
it's
will
gonna
Any
be
be
big
great.
plans for that? I know you're working on a book.
the big book. Wow, that is going slow, but yeah, it's supposed to still be. I don't know how long these things take to make. Drawn and Quarterly companies publishing it, but yeah, it the essay. There's an essay, like a historical essay that's being written with the history of Giant Robot, and that just refuses to get done. So
Are
that
you writing it?
project's no, I'm not. Oh, I don't know if I mean, I guess I could have, but no. Someone else is writing it, and it just refuses to get done. And it's at 14,500 words right now.
Wow.
It's very long.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of like, okay, but it'll probably be something that you'd read a little bit at a time, and it'll span a lot of pages with a lot of pictures, and it'll probably encompass a huge chunk of this book, which is okay.
Are you co-designing the book? Are you like
I am
curating the
not.
photos?
I scanned. I worked on a lot of archival stuff, and I submitted a bunch of stuff. So I'll be looking. They're going to start designing it probably hardcore next week. They already started, but they're doing it in house. Like they at first, it was going to be a thing where I was going to work with a designer, but I'm glad it should stay in house. It's easier for them to do because this writing thing has already taken probably a month
Hmm.
longer than they wanted. Meaning design is just now plugged up more. So if I had a designer just waiting around, it would have been a disaster, right? Then now they're going to start during the holiday, and it's going to be like, it's better if it's in their hands right now. but I've already like criticized some stuff that I've seen. But you know how that is, right, Luke?
Of course.
I was
But
like, that's
so
a bad font choice. That was first. I was like, bad font choice.
are
And they're like,
you?
no, it's good. I'm like, no, it's a bad font. That's a bad one.
Wow.
That looks like Comic Sans to me, you know. And as soon as I
Mm.
said that, I think they went,
I want to see
oh.
like what they chose.
I didn't like it, and I just vetoed it
Yeah.
hard. And then they were saying, no, it's pretty good. And I was like, think Comic Sans, and then look at this font. And then I think they went, oh, and then it's now changed.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was, I was kind of like, oh, I didn't like that, but
Oh.
it was just a mock-up, so whatever.
Are you
Yeah.
going to be using like what was the giant robot logo font? Was like it looked like an impact font or
Okay,
something.
so originally it was Helvetica condensed,
Ah,
and then
extra bold.
probably I forgot now, and then it became Impact. But this was a font that didn't exist on a Mac at that time.
Right.
Like Impact it didn't come with it at the time that we, now it's like everybody knows what it is. At the time, yeah, it was
I didn't
completely,
know that.
it was not on a Mac, so it was something I had to get or I got. And
Wait, so it
Helvetica
was only
condensed,
available on like a PC?
or it was just separate. Like it didn't come with the computer at the time,
Oh,
if I'm not mistaken. And I think we used
oh,
Helvetica
like you had to
condensed
buy.
first, but they look pretty similar. Impact and Helvetica condensed look kind of similar at the time. I mean, roughly, right? But yeah, no, then it became that was just the font. And then we switched for a little while to one called Swiss something. It was like a bold font of Swiss, and then probably back to Impact. I can't remember now, but I remember it switched barely. Only a person that was really paying attention would even notice, but
I didn't really notice the difference.
Yeah, just looks kind of the same. It doesn't thin out or anything. It looks kind of the same. But yeah, so that's happening. Janum Museum show I'm going to do that.
Oh, excellent.
Oh,
yes.
March.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to curate a 8-day film festival film thing at the Hammer Museum.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So like they want to make.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they want to make an
awesome.
8 days straight. Like every night there'll be a film and a discussion, or a film and a guest, or a film or 2 films and a guest, or whatever. Like they want to make it like 8 days of badass programming type of thing. So we'll see what happens with that.
Do you have an idea what kind of curation you're going to do for that?
For that, I assume each night will be its own, like, encapsulated night that'll kind of like touch on different aspects of Giant Robot, like what it might be. There might be an animated night, of course, maybe a TV related night, but then there'll be like, for sure, like a Daniel Wu night, right? Because he lives in LA now. And like, I will have him, and he'll be like a film or 2 of his we'll probably show, and he'll be there to talk about it and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, I'm just going to go with the little aspects of Giant Robot. There'll probably be a music movie night or something, like it'll just kind of have different aspects. It'll be a food one for sure. Right. So, and it might be, it'll be like, but we'll have guests, and stuff. So it'll be like each night, hopefully we'll hit a home run each night is kind of what the idea is.
Is the focus going to be Asian cinema?
Oh, not necessarily. I don't think so. And some of it will be American, probably, for sure. So, but some of it will be Asian. End of August.
And when is this gonna be?
I think it's in August or something, or end of August, or it's going to be it's at the Hammer Museum. They have a rad theater called the Billy Wilder Theater.
Oh, really?
It's a nice movie theater. So no, it's like really serious movie theater. That's like
awesome,
really nice. And that's pretty serious. Like they, like I've already had a couple meetings, and I'm just trying to lay out what the nights can be, and hopefully it'll be a good time.
Is this designed to kind of run in tandem with the Janum and the book release, or?
So they knew about it already. So they contacted me, and then they went, "Oh, 30th anniversary is coming up," and I was kind of like, "Oh, you know about that?" And they already knew. And in the first meeting, they already talked about it, like, "Oh yeah, we know about this, and we want to like do something with you," And I was like, "Wow, okay." You're like, "Sure," but it was one of those things that they brought it up, and they knew.
Why didn't you curate a show for the Hammer Museum?
That runs a little differently.
Yeah, that would have been better.
I think the Billy Wilder Theater has something to do with the UCLA's archive or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like UCLA's archive that actually uses that theater. So it's not really the same thing, unfortunately. But yeah.
Well, Janum's great, good enough. I mean, like, I like Janum. I think your Janum shows are like some of the peak giant robot moments in terms of curation and like hype too. Like I always thought your Janum shows were great.
Oh, thank
like
you.
the Biennales.
Hey,
Yeah.
number 5.
Is it going to be called a Biennale, or is it going to just be
probably?
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of dumb too because the last one was 8 years ago, or 7 or 8 years ago,
right?
and it's
right.
like it's supposed to be every 2 years. So that was a scam, right? That was a scam in the beginning, was to call it that. So I was like, okay, that means every 2 years we're doing this, right? And then I think in the beginning it was every 3 years for a while. Like we did 3 of them, like 3 years apart or something. And I was like, all right, I'll take it. And then here it is, 8 years. And my guess is they had a cancellation. You know what I'm saying? They had a cancellation, and they're like, oh, who do we get to fill the spot quickly? Giant robot. You know what I'm saying? It's like how it always. Yeah. I have a feeling there was a cancellation. So.
What time
as
of year
we say,
is
it's in the March.
Oh my gosh!
So one man's trash is another man's treasure, right, Yoskay?
Yes, it is.
You should be reaching out to your friends a little while ago if you're going to or maybe you already did and I just didn't get the email.
I was gonna talk to you about this live on this show right here, actually, if it came up.
I see. Only after I corner you.
No, not at all. Well, actually, what would you do? What would you do?
Invitation.
What would you do, Luke?
I'll do something big.
This is curator shit, everybody. What would you do, Luke?
A bear. There you go. That's all you need to know.
You mean like last time we had Soundtrack of My Life? We had like the Luke Works.
You didn't. Right? When did you have Soundtrack at Janet?
Yeah,
the last one, didn't we? Remember, I borrowed
last time.
I borrowed it. It was in there.
Oh, okay.
You didn't come to. That was the one that you were out
of
town, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on loan. So how do we top that?
Well, I create something new and original and large and in charge.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
you one of your pieces from your solo show was so impressive, like both like the size and the quality. That big bear cloud one with like
thank you. Actually, that drawing
really small.
Yeah, that drawing came from a show that I did with Eric.
It was.
Yeah. So it was the first drawing that sold from my last drawings show with Eric, and I was like, all right.
The drawing show. Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna redo this one as a painting. Actually, I think I don't know how many of them I did, or from the drawings. How many paintings I did were from the drawings show. A couple of them, like maybe 2 or 3 were from
definitely. I remember seeing like the pill one.
Yep, the pill was one of them. The cloud was another one.
Yeah.
But then you've also did it the last show as well, right?
Yeah.
You did more of them from those drawings. So
yeah. I should do more drawings shows with you.
Yeah,
it helps me like flesh out ideas.
Okay, thank you. Oh, you mean you'll be in the Biennale and do a drawing show next year?
We'll see.
Yeah,
I've got
okay, Luke, we'll see.
I will be in the Biennale. Of course I'll be in the Biennale.
And there'll be a drawing show. So thank you, Luke. You're in.
We'll see.
Is this how people do it in the real life? Is this like how people do it in real life? I don't really know, but
like
I like
live stream. Just...
No, not live stream. But it's like, Luke, you're gonna do a drawing show, right? And you'll be in the Biennale, right?
I'm not gonna say. No. I'm not gonna. I'll do. I will. We'll see.
It's okay.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
I kind of figured that you already have like some great artist, filling that August slot for you now. So you don't need me.
I probably don't. Thank you, Luke. You're in. You're in, Luke. Anyway, so okay, everybody, there you go. For those of you who care, Luke will be in the Biennale with Yoskay too. And keep in mind, this is all.
Yeah.
This is a short. This is a, what do you call it? Yeah, it's typical Janum short notice show.
But
They don't give me
March.
they don't tell me 2 years ahead of time. I get to find out. Yeah.
Well, when
Not
did you
too long.
find out? Would you find out last month or this month?
I
Yesterday
don't know.
morning?
No. It's been over a month and a half, 2 months. I don't know.
And you haven't been reaching out to
Yeah.
like.
I'm not done yet. I'm serious. I'm not done yet.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm still working on it.
But
Yeah.
you haven't like like this is the first time.
So I only have upstairs this time too. I don't have the downstairs spot, so it's significantly smaller.
I don't know about this giant robot Janum show anymore, Eric.
It's not like you ever went downstairs anyway. You were always you're in the you were always in that upstairs. So yeah, it's not like you're probably like never. You're like my work is upstairs. You probably didn't even know there was a downstairs. There's a lot of people who didn't know that there was an upstairs for that art show either.
There was the downstairs was the Mark Nagata space, man. Like
Yeah, but I mean the last time we did the show there was a downstairs element, right? There's a whole show downstairs. A lot of people who were downstairs didn't realize that you can go upstairs.
Yeah, Edwin had a desk. Yeah.
A lot of people didn't even know that you can go upstairs and there's actually the other half of the show.
Wow. Okay.
Oh man, what a miss.
I will do.
So what's showing? Yeah, what's showing downstairs in March during that time of the exhibition?
Yeah, I don't know.
Biennale. Oh, you don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Huh.
Isn't it because they switched curators that the Janum's programming has changed a lot or something like that?
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if they even have a head curator there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure. So in the past, when I did shows there, if I'm not mistaken, there was nobody with the title of head curator. Or I don't think there was a curator, because the curator, okay, there's the exhibitions that happen, but part of having a curator there is they're getting stuff for their permanent collection, right? They're adding, hopefully, things that are important. And if I'm not mistaken, they didn't have a person doing that for a very long time. And I don't know if there's one now, because no head curator reached out to me. It was kind of like, you know what I mean? There is no, I don't think there's a person with that position or title right now.
Artbound,
there was.
In the Artbound documentary, which you could see now on YouTube, featuring Giant Robot, it's
forgotten. There's a whole new season. Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, I know. Chinatown Wars, I got it.
Yeah.
But like, didn't they show a guy from Janum who had a whole bunch of Giant Robot stuff in their permanent collection?
Okay, maybe, but then they brought stuff to him to put into that shot.
They were lying.
Like it wasn't like he just busted it out. I think they had stuff already that they put there. Like they brought things to him. So yeah, there's a few things. Sorry, I'm ruining your whole vision of this whole thing. But
I'm crushed.
That's Clement.
I'm crushed, Eric.
So for example, that's Clement Hanami. He's the art director. But he's not a curator. You know what I mean? Yeah, and he's the one that kind of like got us the show, and he got us the first show there. And he got us this show too, but yeah, it's just slow moving. It's a really hard. I mean, I can move 100 miles an hour, but their pace is a little different than mine. So, you know what I mean? Like
you could do a super. You could do a super Post-it note show there.
No thanks. but it's part of it is trying to get information to them or from them. Like I asked for a map or the floor plan of the space, and I still haven't gotten it. Like it's been a while, right? It was one of the first things I asked for, and I still haven't gotten it. So
they just give you a little closet space. Giant Robot Biennale number 5.
It'll be the upstairs. It'll be like the 2 rooms, like the room that you were in last time, and then it'll be like just the 2 rooms. So it's significantly smaller. There'll be walls though. It's kind of neat, right? Museums actually have movable walls, so they can bring in. I could say, hey, I want a bunch of walls. Bring all that shit up, and they'll bring it up, and like I'll be like, draw something. I'll be like, okay, I want you to make it like this, and they'll do it. I would rather do it ahead of time, but again, I haven't gotten the floor plan, so I'm like, oh
Mm.
well, I'm just gonna make you do it.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
it's a little different,
Yeah.
right? So I've done what, like maybe I've worked on 5 museum shows outside of Janum, or 4 maybe, and most of them work significantly different to the point where I'm not even allowed into the gallery unless I have there's a person with me, like from the museum. Like I can't just,
Mm.
and an artist can't even walk in
Oh
either.
wow.
Like unless you are like signed in with somebody else. Janum's a little more loose that way. With unlike that, they're a little more loose. So I could kind of walk in and work on stuff, but for the other places, I'm not even allowed to touch anything.
Mm.
Like that's, a little more serious. Like I could break something and it'll be my fault or their fault, right? They don't want that happening. So yeah, I'm not even allowed in. Like,
Wow.
and I can't bring in a friend cannot come
Wow.
in. I have to go in by myself, and it'll be with a security guard or somebody else who works there, but not like, a person. It's usually going to be like one of the curators or something. It's like really
Mm.
different. So Janum's a little bit more loose that way, but no, I mean they still understand all the museum practices, but it's just a little different. Maybe it's because it's me. I don't know. But
Mm.
usually it's a little more strict. So, for example,
Mm.
the wall's not being built. Usually at another museum, all that's planned ahead of time, and they're already designing it, and there will be like this whole plan, and I'll walk in and it's already done, right?
Mm.
Here, it's like I'm gonna be like, bring all that shit in here, and I'm gonna be like, well, how about if we just do this and that and that and that and that and that, and they'll be like, okay, and then they'll start doing it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's a little different. So I'm thankful in a way because I have a little more control,
Yeah.
but it's also at the same time a little more. I don't know.
Right.
It's a little more bootstrapped in a way. In a
Yeah.
way.
Exciting.
So, but they have
Well,
like they have a permanent collection that they kind of, that's like a big part of their. I mean, it's a historical museum, really. You know what I mean? They're preserving history. This kind of like a show that I do. I could see why. I mean, it's important. It's very important. It's moving forward and all this shit. But, yeah, sometimes their priorities are like on different things, and I don't know if this one's gonna get the priority.
right.
Like the
Right.
very first one had low priority, but the problem was it attracted so many people. Like I think the first opening night had 3,000 people, and a lot of their other openings might have 200 people, right?
Mm.
So having thousands of people there, they're just like, oh shit, like this is crazy. Like this is not what we expected, and then it grows from there, and then they forget, right? Hence the 8-year gap. But yeah, they might forget, but new administration comes in, and most new staff. Like I don't know hardly anyone there, so it's a little bit different.
Mm.
Yeah, and it operates different. I can already see things operating just a little bit differently. So
In a more
we'll
professional, in a tighter
Yeah.
way, or
in a tighter way, but at the same time, like it's still a little bit loose. A little bit loose. I'm just kind of like, oh, like yeah, there'll be like 10 people in a meeting, and then I'll be like, what are we supposed to do now? Like I don't have any marching orders, so
right.
half the time I'm just like, I don't even know if I have like, yeah, I don't know how much space I really have ultimately, but I think the idea is squeeze that shit in, right, Luke?
Right. Just
Yeah.
fucking make the, Tetris the fuck out of that shit.
I guess. But part of it is I got to use it for making a display, and you know what I mean? Like a giant robot display. And I have these other ideas that I wanted to do that, yeah, I just don't know how easy it will be to do, but
Oh no.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be a last minute jaunt for me to like get to the finish line, or I just don't know. But part of it is not spending too much. I'm not spending as much energy as I probably should this early, but oh well.
You gotta reach out. I mean, I guess you're gonna have a whole bunch of artists coming through for you for the 17th Post-it Note show?
No, I think it's 19th.
19th.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's number 19.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because the first year, I think it took place somewhere else, right? It was in Junk Gallery in Silver Lake.
I was there. I went to it.
I went to it too. That's where I helped out a little bit when they were installing, and there was a little bit of math problems they were having. Like there were some issues, but I don't know. It was all like they're artists doing it, and I was kind of like, oh, they're making a mistake.
Was Mark Todd the curator for that show, or
yeah, Mark and Esther, his wife.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, no, so it's their idea, And but then it just got a little wily, like too difficult because actually that first one, I think there was only 25 or 30 artists in it, if I'm not mistaken. And then that was maybe 25. It could have been more, something like that, or 36, and that was it. And but it was just a counting nightmare for them, I think.
Yeah, group shows are a pain like that, right?
So they got to leave it to the Asian to handle the accounting. Oh, Yoskay just.
Oh, we lost Yoskay.
I don't know where Yoskay went. Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, but you got to leave it to the Asian for the accounting. We'll figure it out.
There you are.
And
sorry.
Yeah, so
I
therefore,
there was a connection issue on my end.
It's okay.
What part of LA are you in, if you don't mind me asking? Yoskay.
I think he's frozen again.
He looks frozen.
Yeah, he looks high too.
He looks really high. He looks really high and frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, you're back.
There he is.
No.
It was just this weird frame of you like this. What's up? Hey.
Yoskay, I think Luke was asking where do you live?
Yeah, what part of LA do you live in now?
Oh, where I live like 15 minutes walking from Giant Robot.
Oh, that's great. Hey, so you're like, not too far from your studio. I mean, it's probably a little bit of a commute, right? Like 10, 15 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like 10, 15 minutes. Nothing crazy. Yeah, everything's great. Yeah.
Right. That's great.
Yeah, everything I do is within like really close range of distance.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I've
Yeah, my climb gym is like four blocks away. Yeah. It's very convenient.
So you do a lot of climbing? You do like are you like pretty active at the gym?
Like couple times a week.
So you must have like crazy strong fingers right now.
Oh no, I'm very fragile. So if I work too much, like my joint aches. So I can't go as intense as I like to. Yeah, I have to take rest days because otherwise, like I end up hurting myself. But I think I'm definitely stronger than before. But it's a type of a sports like you can injure yourself. Yeah.
Yoskay, how much do you weigh? This is an interesting question.
Or if you're old,
watch.
Anywhere from 125 to 135 is my like a normal weight.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's wow.
Wow.
But
you're so light.
Last year, but last year I got kind of stressed out and I dropped to like 113, like
113,
and it was really bad.
Yoskay, you're like a sack of rice, man. Just a bag of rice.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be like 3 bags of rice, but you're like 1 bag of rice.
If you're 3 bags of rice, I'm definitely, a solid 4 or 5. Wow.
Yeah. That's kind of when he said that the other day, I was like, holy shit. He's at 120. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Because you're not short. You're like Yoskay, you're like what, like are you 5'10"?
I'm always been really skinny. Yeah. No, I'm like 5'7". I'm not that tall. I'm like 5'7" on a good day.
On a good day.
No, but
when it's warm, you get a little taller.
Actually, climbing, maybe it'll increase your height just a little bit. Stretch out that back.
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's fun. I like it a lot. Yeah.
I would never dare do climbing. It just seems like a prime opportunity to hurt myself. So
oh, Luke, tell us about Mexico City. You did something there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so was it last week or a couple of weeks ago? I went to Mexico City for a couple of reasons. One of them was I did a
Oh, I didn't know.
collaboration
Awesome.
with Jesse Yu. We did like this like special Ghost Bear release where Jesse designed like the contents on the inside, sculpted by Dave Bondi, my studio mate.
Yeah, he did.
And we went out there, and the timing was so that it was really close to Dia de los Muertos. So we extended our stay so we could be able to
Oh,
kind of
okay.
like see the ultimate Halloween. I know Japan has Tokyo has a
Yeah.
really big Halloween, but Halloween is like deep in the Mexican or the Latino like culture. So I wanted to like really like see what this was all about. And I think Mexico City is amazing. It's If you have an opportunity to go out there, like go out there. It's beautiful. Especially around October, November, the weather is beautiful. Like it's very metropolitan.
Mm.
It feels very much and like Los Angeles or like you know New York or Paris or London or wherever. It's got like beautiful parts and it's got like crappy parts too, but the beautiful parts are like pretty affordable for against the American dollar. So you
Mm.
can go out there, you could like stay in somewhere really nice for a decent price, and just yeah, the eating in Mexico City is amazing. Like it's really
Mm.
really 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 good. Rachel and I went out together, along with so did Linda, and Linda, but Rachel and I just ate our way through the city. And yeah, I'm hoping I can be able to make my way back out there again. The city's gorgeous. It's just like
Awesome.
it's got so much personality, and the people are awesome. And
Mm.
the food is because Mexico's food is UNESCO heritage thing. It's like protected by under that you know
Mm.
UNESCO thing. And I think so is like Japan or Paris or like certain.
You mean it's food?
It's food. Yeah,
So like if you just go
Wow.
get a street taco, that's somehow like UNESCO fortified.
it's UNESCO. I have no idea
I
how
mean,
that works,
That's
in
but I
Japan, like
think
you get a hot dog on a
UNESCO
stick.
basically kind of like went in there and said Mexican food is amazing, and the world said yes.
Wow. So
Mexican
they
food
but they wa-
is
they didn't
Yes.
they
amazing.
didn't they said they didn't do that
We
to China.
concur. Yeah.
Um, I think certain areas of China do.
Oh, I
I,
see. So
I
it's
I
broken up
looked it
into
up.
sections,
Yeah.
right?
So
So like,
I
does Taipei have one?
Mm.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. Like they were just like beef noodle, and they're like, nah,
No,
nah, nah,
no,
nah.
no,
Beef noodle, no.
Mm.
Your Taiwanese breakfast, nah,
no.
man, none of that.
You
No,
don't.
we're not. You don't get the award.
That
Crown
shit's fucking
off.
awesome. First of all, beef noodle.
Yeah.
I've been like waiting for like beef noodle to kind of hit it big in the United States, but I'm kind of also glad that it hasn't. But it's like because I could still go and get beef noodle soup and like not like have to deal with a whole bunch of freaking nerdy food freaks coming in from your part of town to
Oh no,
my
they can't.
part of town.
The freeway is broken. They can't do it.
They can't do it. They can't
No,
do
it's
it
over.
Yeah.
because they get like all the hand pulled noodles, and like because the key to like the Chinese
Mm.
beef noodle in my eyes is the noodles. Like the noodles are like there's like crazy like noodle techniques that these
Mm.
people are doing, like hands pulling noodles where like they every time they fold it over, like the noodles grow like exponentially. um and
Yeah. Multiply.
yeah, they
Yeah.
yeah, and so like yeah,
Yeah.
you get like awesome noodle textures, or like they have like the knife cut noodles where like they're sitting there with a big old ball of dough and
Oh,
like
dude, I seen that in Hong Kong
eating,
movies.
like
Oh,
I see
I've
them. They
seen
back
those. Yeah.
they
Yeah.
back up and
Yeah.
they slice it, and I think
I've
it
seen
flies across the
machine.
room.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
right into the freaking wok full of water. It's amazing.
That's or water. Yeah,
wow.
that's what I've seen. They're flicking it like whoa.
Boiling
So
water.
Rachel on our chat
Hmm.
on Q
Yeah.
in 2010, UNESCO, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, inscribed Mexican cuisine on their representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Ta-da! That's what it is. I don't
Thanks,
know, but okay.
Rachel.
Wow.
I thank you for that.
Woohoo.
That means everybody else who doesn't have it, your food is
Yeah,
not as good. That's
Yeah,
what it means.
your food is
According to-
garbage. You
According
know?
to the
Yeah. Is American food protected by UNESCO?
Harsh.
Nope.
you mean the hamburger?
No.
I think the Costco hot dog should be protected by UNESCO.
What about the Costco pizza?
I've never had the Costco pizza,
Oh, it's bad. It's bad.
but I think it should be at that $1.25 Coke and a hot dog, price like from here to eternity.
Gotcha.
Same with the rotisserie chicken. The rotisserie chicken for $4.99.
Oh yeah, filled with hormones. That shit is a plump ass chicken
Oh,
filled with hormones. That shit never walked a day in its life.
and it's fucking delicious.
It just rolled around. They just push it and it just rolls into the meat cleaver. The cleaver just plop. It just rolls.
The act of breathing produces muscle tissue on the on this immobile, bird.
That's rough. Poor bird. So you did an art show there though, right? That was
Yeah,
kinda what it was?
we worked with a company called Monkey Paw.
They came into. I've met them once.
Yeah, Sergio.
Yeah.
He's
His voice is really loud.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. Really nice guy.
very.
He actually has your Coibito in his collection, Yoskay. I was like, oh, look at that. Yoskay's in his little collection. But he sells art toys and mostly online these days, from what I understand. But like he got this space at his friend's like huge house, and like they had like tacos there, of course, and like
I would expect nothing less.
Exactly. And we met a bunch of their like VIP collectors, and it was great. It was like Rachel and I both love Mexico City. And at the same time we went to do you know the Beast Brothers? Like Carlos East and Daniela, like they got married out there, and it was beautiful. Probably one of the most, one of the more the prettier weddings I've been to, just because like the location and the food and everything was just, for wedding food, let's call a spade a spade. Most wedding food is not really all that interesting or impressive, but like, for wedding food, it was quite great. So in Mexico.
Wow. So you had a good trip.
It was interesting because they said that the meal was going to be served buffet style, and I was like, okay, so my idea of a buffet is hot water tubs with a whole bunch of food stuffed like in trays, on top of these hot water tubs, keeping the food warm, and you go over there and you grab a plate and you work yourself down the line, you bring it to your table. But what they had probably like 15 to 20 tables or something like that, and they brought the buffet to each table. So like each table like was served, like had food displayed family style, and with at least one serving for each person. And it was pretty beautiful. So, and yeah, it was
that's what a Chinese banquet would do though, right?
Yeah, to a certain degree. So it was like it was like that
buffet, but it's a Chinese banquet style. Everything comes to your table.
Yes. But then they had like dancing, and we were exhausted, so we took off early. But we saw videos later on for that night on the dance floor, and they had like gigantic, like illuminated, like dragons, like kind of like dancing around on the dance floor with them, and it was nuts. I oh wow. I know, like and I it goes without saying that Mexican people or Mexicans generally like to just really have a good time, but this
Good
was
times.
this was next level good timing. So yeah, go to Mexico, guys. It's
Wow, that's
not really that
awesome.
expensive. Like I think
And you're English all the way. You used English, right? I don't know if you speak Spanish.
I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was good. I wanted to ask. Yeah, but you can get by.
I was able to get basically I was able to get by.
You got
It helps
80.
to have like the translator app on you.
Yeah.
And because
Oh,
like,
okay.
their written language
Hmm.
is, basically, very similar to the English written language. So, you see the words and you generally get the idea of how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like
Right.
again, it's a
Got it.
metropolitan city. So like, most major metropolitans, you can kind of be able to get away with using a little bit of English to get by, and
Hmm.
you'll be fine. Um, so like, yeah, we went like there was a handful of restaurants that we went to where they had English menus um to
Oh wow.
and the staff knew English, or at least well enough to be able to take our orders and stuff. So yeah,
Very
I
cool.
yeah, I love Mexico City, awesome, highly recommended. It's yeah,
Awesome.
so
I'll get out there one day.
one of these
I've been there a
days.
long time ago, but
um
it's been a long time.
What's really nice about Mexico City, and I noticed this the last couple the first time I went, was that I did not have to use I didn't have to pay for international service for my phone when I went out there.
Hmm.
Like when I go to Japan or Europe, I usually have to pay $10 a day to keep up with the plan that I'm currently using in America and for internet access and telephone access. But you fly into Mexico and it doesn't like send you any notifications, and you're just using your phone like any other jackass using
Oh
their
wow.
phone. So there you go.
All right.
There's
So
the reason.
you're okay. Bring your phone. Lesson learned. Bring your phone,
Bring your
everybody.
phone. No SIM cards needed. Though I don't know if anyone still uses SIM
Oh,
cards.
oh, I don't know.
No. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I do. I've got to look. I don't think so.
Like
Yeah,
remember
wait.
like maybe
Is
10
this
years
phone?
or 15 years ago, like when
Oh
you
no, this one has a SIM card in it. I think my phone.
yeah,
It's an iPhone 12, but there is a
they,
there.
they have SIM cards, but you don't
Yeah,
have to switch them
this shit
out.
this
Hmm.
shit can pop out for sure. But
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. Didn't even
Yeah.
know that existed actually.
Or do you remember like they used to be able to buy like hotspot like devices where
That they
you
still have that,
Oh, I
yeah.
remember. Like you attach to it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
or you just got to
you connect
carry
to
it.
it like
Yeah,
it like emanates a Wi-Fi
Yeah.
signal that you could use on your phone, and
yeah.
just
You don't have
people.
to. I mean, I use like when I went to Japan last time, AT&T, for example. For some, I was able to not buy the hotspot thing, and it just my phone was. I paid a little extra, and it worked.
Yeah,
Which
yeah, you pay ten
couldn't do,
dollars a
but
day.
I couldn't do that last time. It was not available. So
Really?
yeah, that didn't exist.
Hmm.
I
Oh, the
had to
time
buy a
before you went.
yeah, like many years ago. I had to buy you rent a hotspot, or
Right.
else there was no option. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So international travel, like the phone companies are into it. They
Yeah.
they
Oh, Andy Shen, the genius, says newer iPhone models use eSIMs, no physical SIM card.
really.
Hey, how do you feel about that?
Hmm.
Don't you miss
I
SIM cards?
I see the slide, right
But
here that
that
I've
looks like an iPhone 9 though, so it
no.
doesn't matter.
This is a 14.
Okay.
So
Nah.
Well, he did say newer, so newer. Maybe
newer.
newer means 15. I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe the
Hmm.
15. I don't
Oh,
know.
mine has a slot too. I think
Yeah.
mine's 12.
Yeah, mine's a 12. Yeah.
Hmm.
Luke, ahead of us in
Oh,
technology.
The
yeah,
only reason why, because I had an
yeah.
11 before this, and the only reason why I moved to
Okay.
a newer phone was because AT&T were willing to offer me $1,000 for my 11
Wow.
toward the purchase of this
Shit.
phone. And my phone was fine, no original screen, no cracked screen, no, like it was always in a case, so like, you know, with a little bit of dusting off, it was perfectly fine. And when I sent it over, they gave me the full you know, grand for it, and I was just like,
Damn.
oh, perfect.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wow. So Mr.
Yeah.
Andy Shen comes back, firing back on our chat. The 14 has kind of a slot, but you can't pop it out, is what he says.
Oh, I'd
So
never
there.
tried.
So why
So
do they
there.
have it?
I don't know. Let's see what Andy. Let's see if he pops off back on this answer. Why do they have it, Andy Shen?
Why? Oh,
you fight. That's what I'm getting at here.
Well,
Andy, fight Luke.
Rachel just reminded me that we did go. We saw art. It was great. And,
there was art aside food. Jeez.
Yeah, food and art, and apparently, like the hot place to go to is, you know, while you're out there is Frida Kahlo's Azure House or Blue House. But I have not gone because every time I go, I try and get tickets while I'm there, and they're always sold out. So plan ahead and get tickets before you go.
I see.
There you go.
That
It's
makes all the sense in the world.
Helping people out. That's what I do.
Don't you kind of have, like, you kind of had the gallerist people there? Couldn't they just hook you up?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think so.
No,
I saw we went to the Island of Dolls, of Dead Dolls. That was
Oh, I don't know what that is.
If you
so the Island of Dead Dolls.
Yeah, so the myth of the place is there was a guy who was like, you know, there. So this canal system in a certain part of Mexico City, and they have boats. They have party boats that will take you out on the water, and you can like sit back and drink. And they'll, you know, some boats will dock next to yours, and you could like buy micheladas and whatever if you want to.
That sounds kind of cool. I don't really drink those, but that's cool.
Yeah, this is a thing. And then
it'd be cool if they sold like ghost bears. That'd be kind of cool. You know, like, hey, I got micheladas or ghost bears.
Ghost bears.
Like, dude, I want ghost bear. Sorry, go ahead.
But then the boat went down the road, and we saw what's that Mexican salamander called? Axolotl. Axolotl.
But that's Mexican?
Yeah, that's Mexican.
Oh, I didn't know that. I saw one in Japan.
Yeah. They're huge.
Oh, no, the one I saw was this big.
The ones that we saw were like this big. They were freaking, like that's the length of an arm, you know.
And they were healthy. Were they wild? Just like
they were being raised,
I see.
you know, because like, you know, it's apparently they're kind of endangered. And then at the end of before the turnaround, we stopped by this island called the Island of Dolls, and apparently there was this guy who was maybe a little off his rocker. He apparently saw, like, you know, a girl drowned in the canals, and he started collecting dolls that he would find, you know, or potentially around the canal, and just hanging them up, decorating this island, this little island around with him. And it's totally creepy and kind of gross and kind of amazing. And if you really want to like see something that like just kind of makes you feel really uncomfortable, go to the Island of the Dolls. It's there's, I'm sure, like, if you look it up, there is plenty of photos of, you know, plenty of like of just rotting, distorted,
you
know, freaked out looking dolls, and you know, yeah, just being destroyed by the elements and coming out in like in really weird ways. So that was another thing we saw. I think I blocked that out of my memory. But
that sounds scary.
big shout out to Sergio from Monkey Paw and his family for entertaining us while we were out there. And yeah, it was
Awesome.
Anyways, yeah,
Mexico City, everybody.
totally.
Yeah, it looks very strange. The island
It
dolls.
it looks like
Yeah.
it looks like a haunted
Island.
place. Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
uncomfortable. I could look up pictures
Yeah, I
of it.
guess there's one in Japan also.
There's an island of dolls in Japan.
Huh.
What,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
yeah. That's what Google says.
Oh, Island of Dolls.
What?
I don't think would they be dead
Oh,
dolls though? That
but
might be different.
What one
mean,
in Japan
it's where
is
all this
different.
it's all
Little
sofubi.
different.
The Island of Dolls is all sofubi.
No, it's all like life size.
Oh, I've seen that
Oh,
one. Yeah,
that's
that one.
weird.
Yeah, it's like an abandoned
Like-
village that was
wow.
a woman.
Yeah.
That's trip.
Yeah.
Well, it's type of the village. The population keep decreasing, so to make the village a little bit more full looking, people started
Mm.
placing these dolls around the village.
Wow. That's sad, kind of too, though.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I like the
So
idea
that's
of
a different type of a yeah. That's a
Yeah.
different type of a doll. Yeah.
I like the idea of being all like Bullmark or Popey Sofubi
Yeah.
only on the island.
No, I've seen videos of that one where the woman basically hold on, I'm about to share this with you guys.
Okay.
Let me see.
I'll take a look. Oh, and Andy Shen adds, I'm not sure there's no little hole to stick the SIM card remover for iPhone 14. I am not sure why there is a slot, but you can't remove the SIM. Asshole.
No, you don't.
Oh, I know he
you're
didn't.
not
He didn't say asshole.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
You're not allowing me to share screens. Interesting.
Really? I don't know if you can. I can do that.
Hmm.
I don't even know how to do that.
That's okay. It's okay. What else? Yeah, we saw this crazy what is it?
Oh, it's a very tall looking puppet, a giant.
Yeah, I can't remember what is.
It's like a giant puppet like thing.
This
looks like a
this was in
parade
the
with a giant puppet man.
This was in the Zocalo in for Day of the Dead in Mexico City.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there was a lot of skeletons there. There was a train. There were skeletons. It was yeah. I don't know whether or not I would ever go back for Day of the Dead, just because like I don't drink. I don't really party. I'm not like a nightlife person anymore. So like I don't really have a lot of interest in like, that aspect of the holiday, which I believe is kind of like a big part of that holiday.
Right.
Is it kind of goth? Or not at all?
There's a lot of people like getting face paint of like skeleton, like kind of the skeleton motif, that Soviet G kind of painting look. But
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But I didn't my goal was to go out there and get my face painted, just to like say I've done it and like, feel like I like was fully invested in Day of the Dead, but I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with that. Like now that I saw it, I was like, oh, it's just like any other like kind of Halloween kind of thing. A whole bunch of people dressed up, a lot of Coco cosplay going on, there. And a lot of like, women like with I forgot what it's called, but it has a certain name like that, like very like ornate kind of dress with like the skull painting and like the headwear and stuff. That
I've only seen like art of it, so I don't know what it's called, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
yeah. You've seen the art, so you kind of know, but
they were all charging if you want to take pictures of them or with them.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
Oh.
and I was just like, no, I'm not
Oh
willing to give
wow.
you any of my
Yeah.
money. So, uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's great. It's cool. It's. I'm glad that I saw it. I'm glad that it, got that,
Mm,
wrote that off my checklist of things I'd potentially want to do with my life. But there's so much
yeah.
more.
You could probably do that here somewhere. Like maybe
Yeah, but like it's not like Mexico
Isn't it?
City, de
East
Muertos.
LA.
Oh, I'm sure. Or East LA, like I'm like anywhere with a very large, like a dominant, like Mexican population. They
Like
probably have some pretty kick-ass Day of the Dead celebrations. But it's not Mexico. Like you feel like, oh, like you're going to the source. You're drinking from the springs of Lake Titicaca.
yeah.
from the tap. You're
Yeah.
drinking
Yes,
from the tap.
Yeah.
I got you.
exactly. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm not even drinking from the tap. I'm going to the source right before it gets like pumped and
Bottled or
bottled.
pumped, yeah.
And
Water.
That's awesome.
but yeah, it's like when you come to Los Angeles, like if you're an outsider coming into Los Angeles, like you have to go to Man Chinese Theater, because you have to like put your hands in the prints in the fucking concrete, because like this is where
Mhm.
it's this
That
is the
sucks.
source,
Oh, that sucks. And you have to look at the stars on the Hollywood Walk of
Fuck
Fame.
yeah. Oh my god, like don't dismiss it
Yeah.
like it's fucking garbage. It's great, Eric. It is great. You have to
Okay.
ride in that
Shame.
stupid freaking
Shame.
cut open van and like look for
Oh
where
my
the
God.
look for this. It is important that you do.
Shame. So
I
for
don't do it
example,
because I fucking live in this godforsaken county.
when I
Like
see that, I'm just like, I'm looking at the people going, what are you looking at? You're not seeing anything. Like, I see them driving down Pico Boulevard in West LA, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you
they're
looking
Yeah. What
at?
are they
having
seeing?
they're
on
living their
Pico?
best lives, Eric.
Yeah.
You
They're
think?
living their best lives.
No, but they are just scoping for stars. They're just looking, going, they're looking into cars. Look, whoa. And it's like, no, none of these are stars. Sorry. But they're like looking, they're all, they're just like kind of looking at, it's kind of, you know what I mean? I feel bad.
Maybe they're not looking for celebrities, but they're
Yeah, they
observing
are.
the way Angelinos live their lives.
Mm.
Oh my gosh!
Which is
Look,
you.
they drive
Yeah.
cars.
Driving with your holding up your phone, going, yeah, I'm driving. That's what they're saying, and they're going, fuck.
They probably go down the Miracle Mile. They see the what is it, that one building? What's that law firm that handles most of a huge chunk of entertainment contracting?
Larry H. Parker.
No, you just have to go down
kidding.
Pico down in Koreatown to and count all the billboards to see that. Is it CCS or CAS?
Oh, you mean CCA?
CCA, yeah. They see the
No.
CCA building.
CAA, sorry.
CAA building. They see the freaking Fox, building across the street. They learn about the machinations of Southern California's entertainment industry.
All right. I've never even done any of this. You're probably
Maybe
right.
Eric, maybe it's
probably
about
right.
time you got off of your goddamn high horse and tried it out yourself.
Have you done it?
I would.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go and do it together.
No, but you can do it. If you can do it and tell me how it is.
Yoskay, would you do it? Would you do it, Yoskay? You're a fun-loving guy.
No, I
He's
haven't
already said
done
no.
the bus, but I haven't done the bus, but I took my parents to the Chinese theater for sure. Yeah.
Oh,
when they came to visit.
the Chinese
Yeah.
theater is great. The Chinese
Yeah.
theater is great.
Whose
Yeah.
hand were they comparing to? Like, did they go to like John Wayne, or who did they go to? That was like so exciting to them,
I
they're from
think there was like a
Japan.
basketball player's hand. My dad was tripping out because how big it
Mm.
is.
I
Or
wonder who
like
that would
one of the
be
hand was
there.
like really, really big.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar because he was
Yeah.
an airplane.
Shaq? I
Shaq.
don't know. I
Oh,
don't
Shaq was
know.
in a lot of
I
movies, so
don't know.
maybe Shaq.
Like
Yeah.
Shaq Fu,
Yeah. Yeah.
Kazam. Kazam.
Yeah.
Kazam, or Shazam, or the
Well,
Kazam
they
or
had
Shazam.
fun though.
Kazam.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you go
Blue
to the
chips.
freaking wax museum. You take
Kazam.
them to Pink's to have a stupid Pink's hot dog, you know?
Oh, we did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that. Oh,
Yeah.
we didn't eat pinks, but yeah, we did that wax theater for sure. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I am
How about the Hollywood sign? Did you go
Yeah.
there and just go look? And you're like at the you look at the Hollywood sign.
Oh, we didn't do the Hollywood sign.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
more important than all of these things, isn't it?
Just from the car. Yeah.
I
Okay,
can
that's
see
good
it from
enough.
I
you.
don't
You just need to
know.
drive
I
down the
don't
road. You
know.
just go down Highland and you can see it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not. I just don't like any of that. I'm just like,
You're such a bitter man, Eric. You
no,
gotta
but there's
let.
so much other. Look at you went to
Yeah.
Mexico City. Did you see the pyramids?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then you've done everything. Good job, Luke.
I went
like-
the first
It
time
sound-
I went. The first time
sounds
I
like you
went
just
was in
ate at
January,
restaurants.
and I saw the pyramids.
Sounds like
And
you just ate at restaurants, which is amazing. I was just like, yeah, you went to Mexico City to eat more food and be indoors again.
and I went to the Zocalo. We went to the Zocalo. We saw
I
the
have no idea what that is, but okay.
that's the huge like public square there. It's like right
Okay.
by where the president lives. It's like the
So
equivalent.
that's like of Tiananmen Square.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I
And
only know it in Asian terms.
Right.
Sorry.
like there's so many things that I like every time I go to Japan, like I want to go to the Tokyo Tower. I want to go to the Sky Tree. I feel like it's important that I do those things at least
But you've done-
once.
But you go back
I keep going back.
to the Sky Tree? You're just like, hey,
No,
Sky
just
Tree.
once.
Oh.
Just once.
Oh, okay.
Like last time I was
it's cool
there.
looking, but
What?
no, it's cool looking, but
Yeah, it's fucking cool looking. Like
I'm good. I'd rather look at a manga in a used bookstore
Oh.
instead. I'm sorry.
Look. I went by the Eiffel Tower. I didn't go up the Eiffel Tower, but I went by it. I saw
I've
it.
done
It's
that.
huge.
I did that too, and I was like,
There it is. It's gigantic. You go when you go to Paris, you have at least once in your life you have to go to the Louvre, see the stupid fucking
I went there
Mona Lisa.
I actually went to the Louvre and I decided, didn't even go in. It was like crowded. I was like, well, I can't.
Oh wow, wow.
But so Eric Martinez, I think that's who this is, says, unfortunately, the tourist area of Hollywood is the worst part of LA. I second that. Boom.
Yeah.
It is
definitely.
shit.
Yeah.
I won't deny that it's shit, but the thing is that you have to do it. You have to do it.
No. No. I think like eating street tacos is more valuable than going to these things.
Yeah, and it could be more
Maybe?
cultural too. Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
What if you don't know
think
any of the
so.
stars at the Man's Chinese Theater? You're just like, I don't know who any of these footprints are.
Well,
like
then you gotta like go and like freaking get
James Dean.
educated and open up Turner Classic Movies and freaking and
You're
start
like,
watching.
You're all Clark Gable. Clark Gable. Oh, all right. Yeah.
Eric, son, you don't do any touristy things when you travel.
Oh, I do.
You don't do sightseeing at all.
I mean, I do. Like I go and look at a giant sized Buddha. I'm like, bro, you are huge.
Yeah.
Right. Like, but
okay.
yeah, I do a little bit. Yeah. So I won't deny. I mean, that's probably boring to a lot of other people.
Okay.
But I do. I will go because it's just so bizarre and different. I'm just like, look how big that motherfucker is, made out of metal, right?
You know what I haven't done yet? I haven't
But
been
yeah.
to Alcatraz. I haven't done the Alcatraz.
Oh, I've done that. That's weird.
Yeah, I say I kind of want to do
Yeah.
that.
Oh, me
No, that's weird.
neither. Me
Very
Yeah.
odd.
neither.
That's a really eerie
Yeah, me
feeling because
too.
you know that people are
Yeah, I
locked up
think
there,
so.
and
Yeah.
it's kind of rad.
I
Actually,
bet.
Yeah.
You got to go down
I
that super
bet,
windy ass
yeah.
road in San Francisco.
Huh.
Lombard Street. Yes.
I got
Okay.
down Lombard Street.
So
Yeah.
wait. Does that
Mm.
mean you have to go to Fisherman's
Oh, I
Wharf
did
and
that.
eat
I did that.
and eat a
Yeah.
clam chowder in the bread bowl?
Fuck yeah, you do. Holy
Okay,
shit.
okay.
Or
I
you
did
gotta
that.
eat
I've done that.
or you gotta
Yeah,
eat the
I've done
goddamn
that.
crabs. Look, it's
This is fun. Okay. Clam chowder in the bread bowl.
hell yes. Yes, please.
It's actually pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, but
good.
it's just ridiculous.
That's San Francisco, San Francisco, like Rachel was telling me a while ago that San Francisco sourdough is very specific because the yeasts, the natural yeasts in the air in San Francisco are specific to San Francisco. And even if you like get a sourdough starter and bring it like, outside of San Francisco and like try and make it, it's not no longer really quite the same because the yeasts in say Southern California or Central California or Portland, Oregon or fucking wherever are different from the San Francisco. So you got to go there. You got to eat the fucking sourdough. You got to like have the goddamn bread bowl. You got to go see Alcatraz Island. You got to like, if not drive down, walk down Lombard Street and
hop on the trolley. Yeah.
hop on the stupid fucking trolley.
Oh my God. Yeah, the trolley, the rice-a-roni trolley.
The rice-a-roni trolley. Yep.
Yes. The San Francisco treat.
I like don't be too cool for tourist shit. It's fun. It's kishy. It's like it's silly.
So wait, would you go to Chinatown in San Francisco?
Oh, how many times have I not been to Chinatown in San Francisco? Like,
what about Chinatown in LA? Would you be like, it's touristy, you got to go to Chinatown in LA?
No, fucking Chinatown in LA is fucking hipster bullshit now.
Don't hate on Asian. Oh, you're hating on Asian.
No, you got, if you want to go to fucking San Gabriel Valley. Don't go to fucking Chinatown.
Look at this too much knowledge, man, right here. You're complicating it.
The only reason why you go to
they want to go to Chinatown.
The only reason why you go to Chinatown now is to go to fucking Howling Race.
No, they want to go to where Jackie Chan did his movie.
There is one place where Jackie Chan filmed the
Rush Hour. Yeah,
Rush Hour.
With Chris Tucker. Yep.
Rush Hour.
Yep. And if you really want to go for a deep cut, you could go to that one restaurant where Luke Chu, was a member of the background cast of this the little known Spike Lee joint, Sucker Free City.
You were in that?
Filmed in I was an extra in it.
I
was an extra. Yeah. When I first moved to Los Angeles,
was Ken Lung in that? Was he in a scene with you? Or
Ken Lung's I was seated right next to him.
Really?
In Sucker Free City, yes. I was right next to him. He was the bad guy in Rush Hour.
Yeah, and he was in he's in a show called, what is it called? The one that's there's a TV show that takes place in England. Right now, I forgot what it's called.
He's really great.
He is looked at by some Asian Americans like myself. Right? We say he is probably the best Asian American actor, period, right now.
Oh wow!
Yeah. And he was in Lost at the end. He parachutes in.
He's really good though. Yeah.
No, that dude is a great actor. Like he's kind of like, a real actor compared to all the hacks we know. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. He's quite good. I'm like,
all those
freaking. No, he's supposed to be
looking at you, the entire cast of Fresh Off the Boat.
But he's on that show. What's it called? It's that show that takes place in England. And it's like he has a big role in that. It's like I don't know. It's like a financial show that's in England.
I do not know.
He kind of is the star of that show.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, well, I was seated right next to him.
You were in Sucker Free City. Okay, now I gotta
Yeah,
watch
I was
it
in
again.
Sucker Free City. My
Oh
car
wow!
was
Now
in Sucker
I
Free
gotta watch
City.
it. Yeah.
I tried looking it up. You can't see me, but
Oh,
like
okay.
I mean, you
Wow.
can sort of see me. Like I could tell it's me, but it's yeah.
Little
I
known
Oh, I
fact:
see.
Luke is an actor.
yes, I fancy myself a bit of an expert now in the cinematic arts.
Well, it sounds like in the tourism arts of the world, you are an expert.
Oh no! I'm an
Sounds like you're an expert.
aspiring. I'm an aspiring consumer.
Yeah, but you are. Yeah, okay, and you are up on it. You're like,
Look,
well, we did see Chinaman's hat in Honolulu, right?
we did see Chinaman's hat in Honolulu.
Yeah,
we did
yeah.
the didn't we do the
We did the photos where we
Yeah.
pretended we were wearing the island in our heads.
the Chinaman Island the hat? Yeah, we did that. So
We-
yeah, I remember these things
Yeah,
actually. You're
we
right.
ate at the shrimp trucks.
Yeah.
You know,
It is
yeah,
fun. Yeah.
yeah.
But we ate
Yeah.
at the best, according to them, the best one. So we actually had insider knowledge.
Yes, Lofa, unofficial mayor of
Oh, and
Waikiki.
we had that really good fried chicken. Yeah.
Yeah. From this like
that's not
weird shack.
that's not tourist though. That's
Not. That was
Yeah.
the deep. That was the deep local cut.
yeah.
Yeah, deep.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a deep cut. Yeah, joint. Yeah, that's really good.
What?
Oh, that's true.
You know, I look. I believe that you should never be too good for the dumb tourist shit.
No, but some of it's just boring, man. Isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Like, do you ever
It
go
is,
to some of these and
yeah.
you're just like, oh yeah, all right. Like I know people have gone to the Grand Canyon
Yeah.
and they got out of their car and they went outside and went, oh, that's it, and then they went back in their car and they left. Like they were there for a minute, and they're just like, oh, like very disappointed at the Grand Canyon, right?
That was
That's
like
too bad.
my first time was like that. Yeah.
Mm.
Really? But you
Yeah,
went back.
I was in college, so I didn't really
Yeah, you
care.
can't
But
appreciate
second
these
time,
things when
yeah,
you're a
I
young, wily,
appreciate it a lot
20
more.
something.
Oh, so you're using age as an excuse
Yeah.
to understand it and to take it all in. You're like, oh, this is the
Kind
world
of.
I live in.
Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Yes, I see why this is a UNESCO
Kind
heritage
of,
site.
or like a mindset.
I feel
mindset,
one with
I
the
think.
world. I am so
Like
insignificant.
a mindset wise, like
I get it.
Yeah.
Now I see why a Mount Everest can fit in this Grand
Yeah,
Canyon.
yeah.
No, it's
Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly.
I got it. I
Like,
get you.
are you too good to go to the strip on when you go to Vegas?
I don't ever go to Vegas, but no, I think don't you have to go to the Strip?
No, you don't. You could go to like
But
all
so-
the deep cuts, like the Chinatown of Las Vegas, and eat the really genuinely good food.
But isn't that on the Strip?
No,
Oh,
no, it's off the strip.
isn't it like one block from? Isn't that one
Yeah.
block from like the? Isn't that like a block or
Hmm.
two? A big block from
The old
of
strip,
one of
probably
those
like
hotels? I don't know the difference, man.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I always think Las Vegas is the Strip, and that's all there is. I don't really know.
Like my one of my goals right now is to go see
Yeah.
that stupid ball in Las
Oh.
Vegas.
I bet you that's amazing.
Yeah, apparently David Fincher.
Oh, the sphere.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
sphere.
yeah.
Yeah. Apparently David Fincher filmed something that is shown at the ball or the sphere.
Right on.
You know, director of
Oh
such
wow.
greats that we
Wow.
grew up with, like Fight Club or Seven, and you know,
Wait,
etc.
would you
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
Circus because that's kind of like important? Would you go there?
I went there when I was young,
You
and
don't want to go back. That place sucks.
what's funny is my my friend Corey, aka Leroy Myers, used to have a studio right across the street from Circus, and I would like go, and he would invite me out to like hang out and like go to like the AVNs, you know, or the adult
Video network.
or something like that. I'm not sure. And you know, just to hang out, and you know, they have like an entire convention with like, you know, that's no nudity but all like sex toys and weird shit like that. And but his studio and his and stuff were right across the street from Circus. And that the several times I had been out there just to hang out, I never went to Circus, which is kind of sad.
Well,
And
might not miss anything.
he no longer has that studio. He moved
Yeah.
out.
I've been, and every time I've gone, I'm always like, oh, this place sucks. But
Yeah, well, it was. I went during its peak in the early '80s.
I did too,
and it was great then.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I
wow.
was younger, like a little kid, all excited because I don't gamble, right? I was too young.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing you could do is play these carnival games.
Right. And you could see the circus thing happening above you.
Oh, there was?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there was. Oh, but that was lame.
Even as a little kid, it was lame?
I think so. I think I was more interested in the carnival games than looking at trapeze artists. I was kind of like, all right, trapeze artist.
Rachel has chimed in on directly to me.
Too cool.
And she says the tourist attractions have nothing to do with the city. They're manufactured.
Of Las Vegas?
Los Angeles, I'm guessing.
Oh, like Hollywood? It's completely manufactured. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you go to the beach.
You could go to the beach.
I mean, is that like Santa Monica Beach? That's not the pier, but the beach. Or
beach.
Malibu, the beach.
The beach.
Right? Because in Malibu, I can't think of like buildings you want to visit. It's actually the beach, sand, and mountain. That's the only thing. The rest is like maybe you go to Big Bear or Lake Arrowhead, but even Silver Lake is a man-made lake, right? It's like.
Which also reminded me that the CAA building is designed by IMPE. So, there you go.
Therefore great.
Therefore great. Didn't he also design the building that we now call like the U.S. Bank building?
I don't know where that is.
It's the big one in downtown with the crown.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
The
white one?
Yeah, the one in the center, the one that you can't you see and has the lights in the very top that kind of look like a crown.
No, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, it's like a I don't know if he did that one, but I think that one's like a now older building, so I'm not sure.
Yeah,
if he did that or
but
not.
it's one of the most distinct buildings in our skyline.
Yeah, it's very distinct, but you know what's more distinct, and it's not even in downtown. The Nakatomi Plaza.
Which one?
The Nakatomi Plaza.
Isn't that gone?
It's there. It's in Century City.
Oh.
Yeah. Every year it's
Plaza?
Yeah, man. It's the Die Hard building.
Oh. Okay.
It's the Die Hard building. It's like I
thought they blew that shit up. I thought that was demolished.
Jeremiah pointed.
It's right there, man. Every Christmas. Yeah. Every Christmas, there's a get together there.
That's right. That's right by Mari's house. Yeah.
Yeah, it's close by. It's in Century City, and every Christmas, because it's like, is it Christmas Eve? There's shots fired at Nakatomi Plaza, right? There's like a little get together there. I've never gone, but that would be a tourist thing to do.
That would be pretty cool. I won't deny that.
You can go and cosplay as Bruce Willis, or you could be Nakatomi himself and get killed, but it's up to you. You could, Luke, you could actually play Nakatomi. You should show up to that wearing a suit and be Nakatomi, deliver his one-liner, and then die.
Nakatomi.
But wait, Yoskay, you can grow your hair longer, and you could be Al Leong, one of the bad guys who grabs is it a Snicker bar? And then he gets killed. Remember that? He's grabbing a Snicker bar.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, that's a good scene.
Yeah,
you don't know if it's IMPE, that building? Sorry,
yeah,
I was filibustering to give you time to look it up, but you still failed.
I did.
Yeah, that was a big filibuster. Talked about this building that I don't care too much about, but okay. It's okay. Maybe he didn't do it.
Maybe not. Okay. No, it's
But
no,
hey,
I don't know who designed this. It's
It just doesn't seem like if he did that beautiful building, like it's kind of a rad looking building that's got a big gap, like a square that goes right through the building. It just seems like that building in downtown's almost too pedestrian for him to have done. But
You know, it used to
what are
have
you
a
gonna do?
slide. It used to have a slide that took you from like the top down to a particular floor. So you could like
What?
it used to have a glass slide. Yeah.
In that building downtown?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What?
Oh
Are you
yes,
kidding?
he did. Yeah, I am paid to design it.
And there was a slide.
Yeah, yeah, there was a slide. I don't know what I think it was installed after it was designed, but like yeah, there used to be a slide.
Is this like a fire escape, or is this just like for shits and giggles?
For shits and giggles.
How come we don't know about this and everyone's
That's
not
because you obviously don't care about landmark landmark tourist attractions.
Have you ever ridden the slide though?
I have not. I remember seeing
and you're Chinese.
Well, here's the thing. Like I saw a clip from the video, the show California Gold.
Huell Hauser.
Huell Hauser's California Gold, and he did a show where he was on top of the U.S. Bank Tower, and all you could see from the top of it was smog. Just
oh wow.
and after seeing that, I lost all interest in going to the U.S. Bank Tower
because you were too cool. Because smog was you couldn't handle it.
I would
too cool for smog.
If I could be able to time it so that I could show up the day after it rains, I would totally do it.
Go tomorrow.
Go tomorrow, yeah. It rained
today. Go tomorrow. You just called it. Go tomorrow.
Yeah.
Take a picture. On the slide.
Tomorrow will be too late. Today was the day to go because it rained yesterday.
Oh, it might rain more tonight, maybe.
Yeah, it's just supposed to rain this weekend. Yeah.
Then you'll go. Oh, Eric Martinez said, I knew about the slide.
Okay. Yes. And yes, Rachel, my fact checker for the evening. Thank you very much, Rachel.
I'm so curious about the slide. That sounds kind of scary.
Yeah, I am paid. Did the U.S. Bank building.
Wow.
So
you just wanted to shout out I am pay.
Yes.
Go I am pay.
Go I am pay.
Is he still alive, by the way?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he'd be like 110 maybe.
Yeah. Didn't he do the Louvre too? Yeah.
I believe he did the Louvre, yes.
Yeah. That guy left like an unescapable mark in architecture across the world.
Pretty much, yes. What happened?
Can I give Rachel your number?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So Andy Shen said the slide is closed. So
yeah, he died. I am paid died in 2019.
Like right now. Oh.
Yeah, but he said the slide is closed in the building. Just FYI.
Permanently?
Okay. I don't know about permanently, but somebody just Andy Shen wrote on our chat, the slide is closed.
Oh.
So you've recommended all these people to go, and they're going to look for the slide, and it's going to be closed.
Sad.
Right, there you go. You're about to be fact checked by Rachel.
The slide is closed, bro.
Yes, the slide is closed. So my dreams of are dashed.
The slide that's weird though. I mean, where was the slide? It must have been inside, obviously.
No, it was outside. It was outside of the building.
That's so crazy. I know, right? Like I've seen that building.
That's good, yeah.
I didn't know there's a slide.
Yeah, there was a slide in the very top.
How high up?
Like the very top.
Like 50 floors up, I think, right? It's about 50 is my guess.
I'm gonna guess he says up now.
Wow.
Yeah, the slide is gone. Apparently, it's
gone now.
It's gone now.
Oh
yeah. So.
Wonder what
well, there you go.
I wonder if there was a fatality in such slide.
I don't
know. It was probably insurance probably said like the risk is too high, blah blah blah, this and that.
That is wild.
So like I want to take the slide. I want to ride the slide in Singapore, in Singapore airport. There's a huge slide that goes 5 stories down, apparently.
Wow.
From in the Singapore airport.
Would you be afraid, or are you like adrenaline kind of pseudo adrenaline junkie that can handle that?
Nah, pseudo. Like if it's something where I felt like there is very little risk to my like actual bodily health, then I'll give it a try.
Yeah, but every one of these rides usually is probably technically safe, but
Mm.
some are just scary as fuck.
Sure.
Mm.
I need to see the Singapore airline slide. I don't know. I've heard about it, but I've never actually seen
Yeah, I
it.
didn't know. Would you go through the slide if there was like a ring of fire and you had to go through the ring of
No,
fire?
no. You know I don't like you know I don't like hot things.
I just thought it's just for an instant though.
No.
Okay. All right.
Would I do it like if it went underneath a big, super deep body of water? No. No. Like I don't want to like, drown, like I don't want the thing to crack and like, fill up with water and me having to like swim like 30 meters to get to the surface. Like, no.
You'll just float. It'll be all right.
No.
No. All right.
No, 30 meters is fucking
That's death.
basically.
Yeah, you're dead. It's death.
You're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Yosuke, are you a thrill seeker?
I used to be more. Nowadays, I'm not. Yeah. 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 I used to love like roller coasters. I used to enjoy those, but now I don't know. I think I just seen like one too many scary videos and footages. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
You can't even ride roller coasters, can you, Eric?
I probably can.
You probably can?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I rode the last roller coaster I rode was in California Adventure in Disneyland. It was the one that had the loop-de-loops. And after riding that, I kind of realized like my roller coaster days are done.
Well,
I was like,
I mean, I rode on like Space Mountain, or whatever it's changed into, and I mean, again, it's you go through it all, and it's like I don't know, I'm not that excited about it.
Space
Like,
Mountain.
I'm not that thrilled. I think I'm supposed to be a thrill ride or something.
Mhm.
I'm not. I don't get up and I'm like, oh, that was awesome. I'm gonna do it again. Like I kind of don't get that feeling. I'm kind of like, oh, that was all right. Like
No, Space Mountain's like Space Mountain is nostalgic though. Like you ride Space Mountain because you grew up riding Space Mountain, and
I
so
still don't. It's just like I'd rather go through the small world than Space Mountain.
Yeah.
you see that weird like freaking like pseudo spaceship inspired by the movie 2001.
Oh,
like
the outside's cooler than the inside though, right?
Inside, yeah.
You know what ride is pretty fucking great, and I'm lucky that I got to see it. Was the Star Wars one, not the one where you're in the Millennium Falcon, but the one where you're in these carts and they have all these crazy animatronics and stuff like that.
I feel like I saw that one, but
I don't think I've seen that one.
I think I saw that.
Yeah. It's it's in that Star Wars land. It's really good.
So lesson: all three of us are not thrill seekers. Luke likes tourist shit. I don't think I like it as much. Yosuke is kind of on the fence, a little bit here and there.
I think I'm somewhere in the between. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll take your parents, but you might not go yourself.
I would go if I were taking people. You have to go with them. You have to like go through the hell with them, right?
No. Take a bus.
Yeah.
Take a bus. Go yourself, please.
Yeah, no. You got to.
Here is $50. Take a Uber, and I'll see you when you get back.
No, you got to spend quality time with your friends, Eric.
Friends. Oh, I was talking about like family members when they come, like a family member from Asia or something. I'll be like, dude, you're on your own on this one.
Just drop them
okay,
off.
so I went to Universal Studio. I took a cousin to Universal Studios, and that place sucked, man.
Okay.
That sucked. We should have went to Magic. Sorry, we should have went
like
to
when did you go?
Disneyland.
Like recently?
God, I don't know, pre-pandemic, but I wish we went to
Okay.
Disneyland instead. That Universal Studios
Wait, you-
sucked.
Didn't you drink like butterbeer and fucking Harry Potter Land and shit?
Okay, so to its credit, Harry Potter Land was cool. I've never even watched a Harry Potter movie. But I
What?
was there and I was
Okay.
like, this place is done up nicely, I believe. But the
Mm.
Simpsons part, oh come on, that sucked.
I didn't
Simpsons
even know
part.
there was a Simpson Land.
How do you miss that? It's huge.
I haven't been to Universal Studios
Yeah.
since
Because it sucks.
Jaws was like the big thing.
Oh, that part's kind of cool still. Actually, that part's kind of cool. I think it
That's
costs
like
about,
when they opened.
it's like
Yeah,
200
basically.
I think it's like $200 or something per person.
Oh my god,
I think it's as much as Disneyland.
it's as much as
Right
Disneyland.
now?
Probably.
And I think I was more upset because I paid for everybody.
Get
Oh
the
wow,
fuck outta
that's like
here.
freaking. That's like $1,000 right there at least.
Or more. Or more.
Wow.
Wah, wah. And then I was like, Simpsons Land. Oh, this sucks.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah, but then the Harry Potter part was actually that was
Dang.
cool. I actually like that part.
When was the last time you were in a theme park, Yosuke?
Hmm.
Were there theme parks in Phoenix?
Gosh, I don't know.
That's a
No,
rhetorical question.
he-
Fuck no, there's none.
I think
Maybe there's like is there like
I
gun
think
shooting
maybe
kind?
like 10 years ago. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh God, I don't know. I don't like guns, so I have no idea. I just
There's
don't.
probably like some
I just don't like the
gun
idea
shooting
of like shooting gun. Yeah.
Right, like some rootin' tootin'.
I bet
Yeehaw, you're in
there's
Phoenix.
plenty in, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
like this thing.
yeah.
But I think part of but you said in Arizona and judging by your art, there's not amusement parks,
Mhm.
but there's national parks, right? Like that's kind of a thing. I
Yeah,
think.
there's plenty of national parks, but like no big amusement parks. I think there's like bigger version of like putt golf or like like water slides stuff like that, but not a like a theme park
Yeah,
like
but
with
national parks
Six
kind of take
Flags or
place,
anything
right?
like that. I don't think so.
Hmm.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we have they have plenty of national parks and
Wait, there's not
outdoor,
a
like,
Six
adventure
Flags in Phoenix,
places and-
Arizona. I would think there was at least like a Six Flags or something.
I don't know, maybe there is. I just don't know. Maybe, yeah. But there's nothing. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe there is. I just didn't know about it. Yeah.
So he's not into tourist stuff or theme parks. So we just
Yeah.
established it.
Hmm.
I feel a little bit vindicated.
No, I mean I yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Tourist stuff.
couldn't. I wouldn't be able to go to these things if I didn't have like if I wasn't able to get a deal on it. And the last time I went to Disneyland, I had a friend who worked for Disney, hook me up.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
So
expensive and
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
kind of
Yeah.
shockingly expensive, but people pay it. They love it. So I get it. Everything's
Yeah.
expensive. What are we talking about?
yeah, like
Everything is.
we,
Go to a music,
Yeah,
go to a
inflation.
concert, go to a rock concert. Like go watch a band that you used to like from that are still gonna play again.
how
That
much
ticket is-
those concerts cost these days?
Yeah,
Like I tried to
know.
go see fucking.
I was like
You
40,
ta-
I
yeah.
was thinking $40. I was like, I bet $40.
No,
You know who I wanted to
uh-uh.
see that like had I wanted to see who played recently. Slow Dive played recently.
How much was that? I would have.
It was
Okay.
$60, but it sold
it's not
out
bad.
almost instantly, and tickets were selling for $160.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
you have to pay, I guess. That's kind of what I would expect, actually.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they were 60. That's a
Yeah.
good price.
Yeah, it was a great. They had at the time they still had tickets available at the Warfield in San Francisco,
Oh, wow.
and I could have gone to Alcatraz Island, but
And eaten a big boule of fucking
sourdough
clam
and
chowder.
clam chowder,
Yeah.
and then
yeah,
seen
clam
Slow
chowder,
Dive.
yeah.
Oh my God! If you had diarrhea at
Yeah.
Slow Dive. So, but it's like weird. Is San Francisco not a shoegaze town? Like
I don't know.
why
I
would
think
that-
it's
why would
not
that
much
be-
of an anything town now.
Yeah. So why would that not be sold out? It's like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
because it's not a shoegaze town.
Yeah. Speaking of Las Vegas, did you hear the rumors about Designer Con for next year?
Oh, I've been hearing about this bits and pieces from everyone. I figure you would have the inside track.
I don't have the direct track because I'm too afraid to ask.
But you've heard from others that probably have asked.
Yeah.
Right?
Vegas.
And you've got the connection with Kevin. You guys are both Chinese. You got using that.
Yeah. We use our blood to fucking,
telepathy. You guys are like both Aquaman.
Yes, exactly.
And you guys are talking to each other.
Yes, exactly.
Where is Designer Con? And he's like, it is in Vegas,
Yeah, it's supposed to be in Vegas next year.
Wow. And in lieu of anything in Southern Cal that you've heard, like it's not going to happen here anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I think he's testing it out. I mean, like the fact that like Designer Con moved to like the week before fucking Christmas this year, like it's kind of proof of the kind of relationship they have with Anaheim. So
yeah, so that you think that this is going to be the last one in Southern Cal, and it's going to be in Vegas.
I don't know. I don't know.
Come on.
I wonder that's why Gino did tag the Toy Art
Tag Fest,
festival or like tag festival thing.
I don't know. I think
I wonder that's why Gino started that.
Well, rumor has it. I heard that like he's basically like looking to sell his building, and like and so he has a ton of stuff that he's trying to get rid of. So
wait, he owns his building?
Oh my god, I can't even imagine how much stuff he has.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's insane. Like he had this old drawing that I did like back from like 15 years ago. It was disturbing to look at. I was like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. Please let me trade that with you for anything. Anything else.
So that's crazy. So
I know what you mean.
Sorry, our podcast is going way long. I think we're at 2 hours and 1 minute. But
yes,
will you do Decon in Las Vegas if it happens?
I'll give it a try.
So you would actually go and vend and go and do that?
Yeah, probably.
Do you think you know where it would be?
No, I've done.
Okay.
I actually haven't seen Ben since he moved. So
yeah, but I mean, I'm wondering is it going to be on the strip somewhere, or is it going to be like in Henderson actually? Like is it not even going to be in Vegas?
Where's Henderson?
It's outside of Vegas by a little bit.
Probably not.
I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of people live in Henderson because it's it's a lot of space. Yeah, I don't know. But you would go. Okay.
Why not? Yeah, if I have something to sell, then sure. But like,
awesome.
I don't know. I don't know. It's like we'll see how it goes. So
wow.
How about you? Would you
have
consider
the inside
it?
track? Maybe, but it's just like, maybe depends what the setting is too, right?
Right. Oh, we lost Yoskay.
It's okay. He'll be back. He'll be back. But it's one of those things where it depends, like where it's at and stuff. I think.
Right.
Like what if it's like an outdoor thing in a parking lot with a bunch of tents? I don't know.
No,
maybe.
No, I wouldn't do that. There he is.
It's like it might be really warm. I don't know.
Hello.
Hey.
Wait, but then can we get those long drinks in Vegas that they have that long one that's like red?
Oh
like
no!
Is it a sweet drink? It's like with a curly straw coming out. We want one of those. We got to have those.
Oh, those are terrible. Yeah.
I don't know what's in there. I have no idea what's in there, but I see people long drink.
It's probably a lot of rum.
It's like just and sugar.
Anyways. It has been 2 hours.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We rambled.
We rambled as we do, but
we didn't give Yoskay enough time. I'm sorry, Yoskay.
Well, that Yoskay's got a weird connection issue. Like, look at his face on this one right now.
Hey, what's up?
That's an amazing face he's making. I gotta capture that.
It's really good.
I think he's had a lot of connection issues, and I'd recognize. He also had a delay. I noticed.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh no, you're still there.
There you go.
You had a Yoskay.
I can't hear you.
Oh really? It seemed like you had a delay, and sometimes you would disappear a little bit, but
Yeah, I don't know
yeah.
what's wrong with my
No, it's okay.
internet, but like it does get bad connection here and there, so I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
Spectrum for
Or
you.
maybe it's my time to update my equipment. I don't know.
It's all good.
It is a very old iPad. Yeah.
Oh, that too. I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way.
Either way.
Awesome, everybody.
We should
Thank
try
you so
and
much.
like have any thoughts on like doing an in-person recording again?
Yeah, wait. The hard part is setting all that stuff up.
Yeah, the gear was being problematic that last
I
time
know.
with
It was like
Kelly.
the cords and the oh man. And then the mic stands, and they're all heavy. It sucks. I wish we could just all use our iPhones. It'd be so much easier, but
right. But the sound quality would be shit.
Yeah.
So
I know. I know.
All right. But let's call it a night, guys. Yosuke, congratulations on your show. If you guys have not had a chance to see it, the show will be up for another. It's a great show. 2 more weeks.
I don't
thanks,
know.
man. Appreciate
Weekends have
it.
changed, but
Yeah.
On Saturday, Yosuke is going to be there doing a
2028,
drawing day.
I think
You'll be doing some drawing day thing on Saturday.
Yeah.
Is it like? Does it go straight to the stupid Post-it note show right after that?
Yeah. Stupid Post-it note shows right after.
Fuck.
Stupid
I know that stupid ass show.
I still have to I'm still working on my goddamn 8x8. So
okay.
Or is it 10x10?
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, 8x8 show's done.
No.
Yeah. Go and do that.
Yeah, I'm working on my 10x10 right now for you. So I will have one of those. Are you doing a 10x10, Yosuke?
He's frozen. Look, see?
He's asleep.
So he's like, oh, I'm tired. Hey.
Is that
Oh, there you are.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess so.
I can hear you.
Yosuke, count Yosuke in. And then I have to work on this stupid freaking.
I guess I'm doing 10x10.
Octanale.
Do it. Let's do it.
What, 8 years has it been? You said
it's been 8 years since.
Yeah, Octanale.
Yeah. I think it's 2016 technically. So yeah. There's been pandemics. There's been all kinds of shit since. And political shift 2016. Yeah, big political shift at that time. Oh my god.
Yeah. Gonna be another
it's
one.
It's like a generation ago already. It's what it feels like.
Yeah.
In 8 years.
You should just get these young kids to freaking do the show. You should all these.
I have a few children in it.
Yeah.
I have a few children. So yeah. No, it's got to be mixed, but yeah, can't happen without you.
Oh. Okay. Oh.
Okay. All right, everybody.
All right. Thanks again, Yosuke. Check out Yosuke's show. It's great. It's a giant robot, GR2, and it will go get yourself some like tourist ramen while you're out there.
Basically, yes.
Yes. You can go to Tatsu Ramen. It's like all the kids love that place apparently.
Oh, the owner of Tatsu Ramen, I found out through George Ko, the pianist. The original owner, who no longer owns Tatsu, now owns a ramen place in Beverly Hills, and supposedly it's very good. Ramen is $35 a bowl.
Fuck you! What? Fuck you! 35. Fuck you!
Damn.
$35 a bowl. It's supposed to be very good.
That's like 5,000 yen.
It's supposed to be amazing. It's supposed to be the best ramen in LA. I don't know if that's true, but supposedly very good.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! 35. Fuck you! That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your $35 fucking ramen. Fuck you.
But if somebody paid for you, would you eat it?
Yes.
Great answer.
I forgot the name, but it's in Beverly Hills, evidently.
Yeah, fuck
Supposed to be very
Beverly
good.
Hills. Fuck 30. That's like fucking God, what's the goddamn chain in Japan that also has a spot in New York City?
Ippudo?
Ippudo. Like you go to fucking Ippudo, you have to
Ippudo.
wait like 2.5 hours for fucking
Yeah.
ramen, and it's just like it's great, it's delicious, whatever. But like then you go to fucking like anywhere else, like in Asia, and it's just normal ramen. It's just the normal thing. It's like going to Heidi Lao and like Arcadia, like it's all fancy and you got like your own.
They have it.
Yeah.
They have it in Century City. You can go to Century City Mall.
Yeah, you go to Century City, go to Heidi Lao, and it's like fancy. Like, ooh, I'm glad I wore my tie for this, hot pot. But then you go to like Heidi Lao and anywhere else in fucking Asia, and it's just normal fucking hot pot. Fuck the bougie shit. That's all I have to say. And on that, good night, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning.
Go eat that hand roll, expensive bougie hand roll across from you.
It's not that expensive.
I don't know. It's really good though. Anyway,
yeah.
Is Yoskay coming back, or did he just peace out like a champ?
No, he's coming back. He's coming back.
He can hear us. Maybe he can hear us, but his video.
Can you hear us, Yoskay?
Well,
where are you?
Either way, Yoskay, we can say sayonara. He's here because you're not here.
Yep.
Wait, are you looking for Yoskay? That was really weird.
No, I'm just like tripping on like this weird. Oh, okay, never mind. I was wondering what that was. Yeah.
Oh, piece of paper. Anyways,
yeah.
Okay, everybody. It looks like Yoskay is gone.
Gone. Yeah, this connection finally shat out on us.
It's okay.
Oh, there he is.
Back.
He's
here
back.
He goes. He's clawing back up in here. Clawing back. Oh,
there it is. I could hear us to a certain degree. Oh,
I know. See, that's why he has a delay. Is Yoskay? Are you watching us live on YouTube and then commenting? Because there's a delay. Is that what's happening?
I noticed there was a delay.
That's why. And he's stuck frozen. I bet you that's what he's been doing. He wasn't listening to us real time. He's been listening to us on off of the iPad.
I was wondering why there was a delay. Okay. Eric, are you there?
I'm fine. I'm just like pretending I'm Yoskay. Got you. Yoskay, can you hear us? I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, okay. Okay, everybody.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Everybody. Much love to you all. Bye, Yoskay.